time.
Okay.
That's
Maybe
your
you
job,
are.
not just so much do a good budget damage.
Careful, I'm trying to get through it. Hello, huh? It's a good thing this is basically a free relic. I don't have a stop for that. That sucks.
I had my mind blank seemed full. I was like, how do I play survival again?
Do survival? Grenade,
Cool. Face
car,
on
killer
keyboard?
command.
No, I know how to play. I couldn't read.
Careful behind you, trading.
I had a hard time switching my mindset
I gotcha.
from warrior.
The fucking Destro.
You did?
Oh shit.
He said he should have. This probably would have been a decent dungeon for it, although Sanguine may have made it hard to do. Because of how much I have to kite this week. What? Hello? That was super weird, dude.
Oh, I don't have a fucking pet. Huh, no wonder why I can't stun anything.
That's not good.
Huh?
I didn't have a big.
No, I thought I heard my name. Sorry.
Hello everyone. Let me see. It is not showing up. There it goes. How is everyone today? I am here today to share with you my secret addiction. I know I play a lot of World of Warcraft, and that's pretty much all I stream. But there is an event for my secret passion, Genshin Impact, right now, and I wanted to participate in it and show anyone that's interested in the game a little bit about it and kind of what goes with it and what goes into it. So tonight I'm just gonna show you my normal shenanigans in Genshin. So fun stuff. Let me turn down my music a little bit so I can turn up the sound for Genshin, because you need the music. It's so good. Turn that down a little bit and pull in Genshin. Yeah. We need the sound. Ooh, that was really loud. Let me,
I haven't been out in a while.
There we go. So, my favorite thing about Genshin is there's so many different characters and there's so many things that you can do and have fun with in this game. And, because every character is different. Uh-oh. I logged out in a scary spot. Give me just a moment.
Hypostasis.
Get some,
Right
combat.
Here.
First
Right
hand.
now. Right here. Hold the line.
So, what I like to call this is people Pokemon. Each of your characters have a different elemental role, and they're called something a little different than in Pokemon. And so, like, for example, this is Kamisato Ayaka, and she is a ice person, and she does ice elements, and every character has a speed and how they do speed things. She's special in the fact that she goes underground and ices things with her speed thing. Not all things do this. I think Mona is the only other person right now that has it as well, and she does it with water. And Ayaka, when she sprints, it's ice, which is really cool. There's not a lot of characters that have this. Hi, Phoenix! How are you? So there's not a lot of characters that have this. And then, there's the other element is water. And I am a Kokumi main, and she is absolutely my favorite character, even though all of the other ones I love so much too. I have preferences, obviously, but she is probably the person that I keep in my party at all times because I feel so powerful with her in my group. Because she's so able to keep the team alive no matter what. I love her. Oh, thank you for the hearts. So, she is water, obviously, and she's a healer by far, and even her DPS heals. That's my favorite thing about her. So, another great thing is she's special because I call her the Jesus Mermaid, and she can walk across the water with her cue. It's really fun. And I love the way she acts like a mermaid when she's casting, and she floats through the water, or through the air like she's in water. It's really cool. But she is my favorite character. I call myself a Kokomi main because I don't go anywhere without her. Another element in the game is Sucrose. She is Anemo, and that's like air. So like wind, you know? So wind
Animal test 6308.
is kind of like this
Absorption
green
test.
air thing. And the great thing about Anemo is it can turn any element into craziness, right? So like when you're fighting, say you have electric on the ground and you have water on the ground, and that's going to make an element happen as it is. It's going to make it, you know, charge. Kind of like when you send Pikachu into a water fight, you know, obviously electric is going to zap the crap out of water, right? It's the same thing in this game. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into a fight. Let's see if we can find some baddies. And it's all about combining elements. So this is water's on the ground, right? And then this is Gainiko. She's electric.
Right now.
And now you see the purple is all of the electric damage, and the water is all of the blue damage. And you can see it coming out of the monsters. That's really cool. And see, like, I'm not even doing anything. I'm just staying away from now that the stuff's down. Oh, but her stuff's up, so I'm going to put some more down.
Emerge.
Okay, and then you just kind of zap them. So now, because I have Sucrose, she puts this down, and it turns all of the stuff going on, as well as Anemo, into more electric power and more water power. That's the great thing about Anemo, is it takes whatever you have and ups it. And that's why they call them kind of like buffer characters, because it's like, let's make this hit harder. And yeah, you're right, Anemo supremacy. I feel like that's an Anemo character can go to almost any cob unless it's fighting Anemo itself. And even then, if you use an Anemo with a different character, it makes it stronger. So it's just the elements, you know, wind, water, ice, and air, you know, same thing. So they haven't brought out the Dendro character yet, which is, we're all like super excited. We fight Dendro things, and Dendro is like plants, like nature, right? So like, for example, one of the bad guys is a Dendro that can put out bramble bushes on the ground, and they put like this weird like thorny stuff. And yeah, so they haven't really gotten super far into it, but that's the one that's coming out. We don't have those yet. Another element is obviously fire. Let me see if I can... Ooh, not right now, obviously. I got a little too close.
Right now. Right here. Right now.
Okay. So,
A sight to behold.
a lot of my friends have said that when you start this game, it's really Zelda-ish, like Breath of the Wild. You're going out into the world, and you're doing your quests, and you don't know where you're from, and you're trying to figure it out, and you're climbing walls, and it's rainy sometimes, and all those things. Totally true. The world is very Breath of the Wild Zelda-ish, and so I like to say it's a Breath of the Wild Zelda-ish world with Pokemon characters. So all your characters are like Pokemon, right? And you get to collect those Pokemon and use them on your team, which is great. And then they have dungeons that you do to get their things. So like, oh, I'm sorry, I got distracted. So the other element is fire, and Geo, which is rock. So I'm going to show you a couple of those. My favorite Geo character is Zhongli. I call him Husbando because I love him so much.
What shall we do?
Geo does a lot of defending things. Some other ones have other stuff, obviously. There's a lot of DPS ones and buffing ones. But Geo likes to put down bubbles, which give you shields, which is great. Let me see. Who else can I bring out? I can bring out a fire. So my favorite fire is Diluc. I do feel like right now he's not as strong as he can be. Because there are other fires that seem to do better, even like Jingling. But I'll play with both of them so you can kind of see. And each element has a bower of that element, and I will show you all the bowers too. So let me bring out him to start, and we'll see what we can do. So, and that's another element combination. So now I have as you can see, let me see if it tells me. Let's go to party. And it tells you what your things are right now. See how it has the water, the fire, the electric, and the geo. That's what's on our team. And these are things that you want to do to combine these things. So if you have 2 geos, you get this buff. And if you have 2 eyes, you get this buff, and so on and so forth. And then obviously, if you have different ones, they're going to resonate and do stuff as well. But because I have 4 unique, on top of the stuff being combined, I have all this resistance, which is great. I really like to play with 4 different elements, or sometimes I use 2 water, because I'll show you in a minute my favorite team. So this is usually what I like to do, is have at least one of every kind of element. And as you can see, Dendro's there. But it's not out yet for us. They're making the Dendro character right now. So, where was I? Oh, I was going to show you a little bit of Geo. Okay. So, we're going to switch to Zhongli. And I'm not going to tell you any story, because the story in this game is so good. Each of these characters have their own story and backstory, and you get to know them, and you love them like your best friends. It's wonderful. So he, as you can see, he puts up a shield, and now your characters are shielded. So you switch and you're still shielded. It's really great. And then he also, let me see if I can get his Q up by fighting. Let's see. There's got to be baddies around here somewhere. Oh, there's some. So we're going to go in here and put some, oh, hey guys, you know, oh, it's just one guy. Oh yeah, there's some over here. Okay. Come on. We need a little bit of a challenge. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to put up my shield. It's also going to be doing damage, as well as putting out bubbles when I hit people. See how he has a bubble around him on top of that weird shield? Okay, and now I'm going to put out some electric, because we got some water going. Boom. And then my fire, which is going to cause a vaporize effect because of the water and the fire. Yeah. And there's his Q, which is amazing. Look at that. Yeah, that's one of the funnest things to do on Diluc. He does a giant phoenix. And I just wish it was more aimable, because if you don't aim it right, you lose all that damage. So there are just a lot of things that I wish they would do better with Diluc, because he's really one of the main characters, and he's very, very liked, but I feel like he doesn't get enough love. So I'm hoping that they buff him a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, his E is to put fire on his sword and smack people with it. So see how he's just doing physical now? But when his E comes up, it's fire again. Yeah. Gets like 3 hits of fire, and then the Q obviously is the Phoenix. I was hoping, oh, there is Zhongli's Q. It is up now. So you get the, so as you're fighting things, the elemental resonance comes to you, and you get particles. And those particles go onto the character you have out. And as the particles stack up, you get your Q, which is your like big hit, right? And then, yes. He is the god of Geo. So he can drop fucking rocks from the air. It is so cool.
Come on out. Right here.
See, and a great thing to know that I didn't know until I started playing is if you hold down E's and hold down Q's, they do different things sometimes. So, for example, he can just put up a pole really quickly, but that doesn't give the shield. I have to hold it, and that puts a shield as well. So it takes a little bit of that. And then this one is just a regular Q, so it's not going to do anything. I don't... And then there's also fighting. So if I hold my attack button, he does a little bit of a shimmy. But if you like hold, it's that. But if I just tap it, it's just a smack. So you get a little bit more power out of holding and hitting. So yeah, that's all of the elements. It's really cool. And now, like I was saying, you go in and each character has their own set of personalities, buffs, and things that they should have. So, for example, Yamiko, one of my faves, my little fox girl, she has all these talents and it tells you about their stuff. And then you try and go and get the things you need to up those talents. And so you go and you do what we call domains. And you get the things you need, which are scrolls. And it shows you, like today, says Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays are when these are up, which today is one of those days. And these are things you get from going around and killing things. Like those samurai drop these, and it tells you where you get them. You have to have so many of those. And then there are big bosses that drop things that you can only fight the bosses once a week. And those would be kind of like your raids in WoW. You can only do them once a week, and it's just one baddie from the storyline, and you open those up as you do the storyline. The storyline is very intricate. So this one comes from the Shogun boss, and it says, that it has a chance to drop this. So yeah, you do those things, and you put up their talents. And then there's also their weapons. Obviously, they need weapons. Each person holds a different kind of weapon, just like a priest or a warrior would have different weapons. So she holds a catalyst, which means it's a book or like a floaty orb sort of thing. So right now I have a book on her, but you can go in and see these are the things that she can hold. But obviously you want to use the weapon that is for her stats. So to see her stats, we go to attributes and we kind of look, okay, this is what she has. This is what she's got right now. But to know what she really needs, you go back into those talents and you see what these things do. And as you can see, like, okay, these are their skills, and this is what she's an AoE electric, and when she does this, this stuff does better. So you want to make sure you have those things. So one of the things that I'm really excited about is they're gonna be adding a attribute skill here to tell you what she is actually needing, because now you got to kind of read through and figure it out, which is hard for me sometimes, I admit. I actually have a friend that will be joining us soon, and I call him my Genshin guru. He is, I go, oh, sensei, alright, thank you, because he taught me everything about this game. And I also have another friend who raids with us, and she will be joining as well. And she has also taught me a lot because she's just as addicted as I am. So, but yeah, they're going to be adding a button that when you click it like this, it's going to tell you what she actually needs and what you should be putting into. So when you go in and you say, okay, I get this weapon, what weapon should I use? I have no idea. So you're choosing weapons, and that's how you know. You're like, oh, okay, she is a crit-based character. She needs this, blah, blah. Okay. So you're going to be doing the same thing with what we would call in WoW gearing your character. They use artifacts, and each artifact has a certain kind of thing. So, for example, feathers are always attack, and then other things. So right now her feather is attack, and these are the things that have come with it. And the cool thing about artifacts is you enhance them, and it's kind of like a rolling game. It's kind of like when you would get gear and you wouldn't know what stats you were going to get on it, and you could go and do another fight and you would get another gear and you wouldn't know what stats you were going to get on it. Well, this is like that, except here, let me show you an example. Here we go. Okay, so you go in and you're going to enhance, and you're going to pick up random artifacts around the world. Right now I don't have any low ones, so I'm just going to show you with a high one. I think we're going to be doing some domains today. I'm going to use something I wouldn't usually break down. Let's see if there's something that's not worth having. Here we go. This one's double defense. I don't think I'll be using that. So you put the items in and it helps you level up the item that you like, right? So you take that item. Yeah, I have a lot of people that have asked about this game, and it's my secret addiction. So I'm kind of explaining from a WoW point of view, Bickles, about what this game is. It's my secret addiction. So you take the artifacts that you find around the world while you're doing the domains, or that you just pick up as you're exploring and killing things. You put it in and you're like, hey, I think this is gonna have the stats I want, and you enhance it. See, it only brought it to level 1, but it enhanced the attack because it's already an attack thing. So at level 4, 8, 16, and 20, it has a random stat. And you sometimes can get lucky, and sometimes you get really unlucky, and you get stats you don't need. For example, she doesn't need defense, and she doesn't really use HP. See, and I did end up getting some HP, but I did get a lot of crit, elemental mastery, and energy recharge, which she does use. So you get unlucky sometimes. You're like, okay, so maybe this is something better for me, or maybe this has something better for me. And you gotta kind of play with it. And the great thing is, it's not soulbound. It's not gonna stay to that character. So there are some characters that I use that I swap around their artifacts. Or like, for example, Zhongli uses this. Oh, that's not even. See, I've already switched it because I was playing Toma. I switch him with Toma. Way share a weapon, because this is best for both of them. So they both use this. Out of the weapons that I have been able to get, that is the best weapon, this Favonius Lance. And I've been using Toma a lot lately, so he has it on right now. And then I was going to show you Zhangling, actually. Let me do that, because she is super fun. She is like... Fuck this shit, I'm out. You scared the crap out of me. So, Zhangling is really cool because she does this... I don't know. They call her the fan favorite even, because she's really great to build and she's a very strong character. Her out. She has a really cool like twirly effect, and she throws out this little bear. It's really fun. Okay, and she... oh, that's another thing I can tell you about. So you see how some of them are orange and then some of them are purple. So that's what they call 4 stars and 5 stars. And when I show you the wishing system, you'll know a little bit more about that. And anybody wondering, Aloy is pink because she was a special everybody got her character. She came from, and is the reason I actually started playing the game. It got me interested because I really love Horizons, the game from PlayStation. And PlayStation gave her to everyone. But the thing about Aloy is she doesn't have constellations like all the other characters. And I'll explain constellations in a little bit. But she doesn't have them, so she's pink. Which means she's as strong with her spells as a 5-star, but she doesn't have constellations, so you can't make her stronger, which makes her pink. Let me see if I can find it so I can at least show you what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, so many characters I have right now. And you're not going to start with all these characters because I'm going to show you the wishing system and how you get characters. So this is Aloy. She's adorable, just like in the game. Yeah. And so Constellations is here. And you see it shows them, but you are not able to get them right now because she was a special from PlayStation and you had to play on the PlayStation to get her constellations up and get lucky and get them, as far as I know. Now maybe nobody got them at all, but as far as I've heard, you had to play on the PlayStation to do it, and I didn't have a PlayStation at the time, and it's not cross. This game isn't cross consoles, so like if I play it on my computer, I can't play my same account on the PlayStation. And if I play it on PlayStation, I can't play the same account on my computer, and so on and so forth. The only thing that's cross is phone, which has been amazing for me because I can get on and do the easy stuff that's not really hard to fight, or like the little events that are just tap events on my phone when I'm sitting with my son, and go in and mess with artifacts and up artifacts and do all my work stuff that it's not the fighting and exploring on my phone, and then hop on my computer or whatever. And sometimes I've even had people help me on my phone because I'm like, I really want to do this thing, but I can't get on my computer because my kid's being a pain, and I get on and I do that. So it's really cool. But yeah, so like I said, she was a special, and that's why she's pink. So next I have, what was it? Oh, Shangling. That's what I was going to show you. Did I put her in the group yet? Because I really want to show you her. She's like a fan favorite.
I'll bring my seasonings.
She is a chef, and she's all about the food. Oop, and her queue is up. Awesome. So my favorite thing to do with her is, let's see if we can find some baddies. Let's go to the map. And it's all about, once you explore, you get the points, and you can just go wherever you want anytime in the map. It's really awesome. Let's see. Where do I want to take us? Let's go here. So this is Inazuma on the map. It's like the samurai-ish area. This whole island system. And once you get into like the third part of the storyline is when you open up Inazuma, and it has its own ecosystem just like all the others. You can only get in certain things from this area, certain flowers, certain plants that you need for certain characters. So that's one of the hardest things, is if you get a character that needs these things when you're first starting, you won't be able to up them until you open up this area. That was probably the worst thing for me when I started, is I got a character and I had to open up the storyline all the way up here because I needed that character's thing. See, and like there's a butterfly, I use those. There's these things. Yeah, and then you open that up and it gives it to you. And those are all items that characters are gonna need and use. So let's see. I saw some baddies up here. My other favorite thing about this game is the music. Actually, we don't even need music in the background because the music in game is so beautiful. It's amazing. So, okay. So the great thing about Jingling is when you get her going, so she throws out Boba, her friend, and he's gonna spray stuff at her, and then I'm gonna throw up my Q, and it's gonna throw this thing around me, right? And I can switch, and it's still going. So it's gonna now get that effect of fire and electric, and I'm really bad with the names, but Overload is what you get, obviously, with electric and fire. So it's really cool. You saw how it was like spinning around her. And then she's a polearm user, so she does her little choop, choop, choop. Really smooth to play with. Really fun.
This is order.
But she's like the fan favorite. She's been given away a lot because everybody just loves her. He's also polymerizer,
Show them.
catalyst, and oh yeah, and Kokomi's a catalyst too, if you didn't notice. Because she does all the casting stuff. I hate these flies. So it like auto targets at whatever you're hitting. You don't have to like aim, except like face that way, right? So sometimes when you're fighting this character or these flies, it
Emerge.
is hard because you're trying to hit her and she'll put out flies and it hits the flies. Oh, so that's a great question. So let me kill this guy. It's hiding. Look, he's just hiding over here. What a punk. So in this game, if you're playing on a computer, you are using a keyboard and mouse, and your W, D, A are your moving forward, backward, just like in WoW, right? Okay, and then your mouse is this. So you're looking around, and then you left click for attacks, and then Q and E are your, obviously, Q and E buttons. That's why I call it the Q. So your E, holding down, does the shield, tapping when it comes up again, does just the thing. And that's your E button. So it's just one click up from D where you're holding your 3 fingers, right? And then your Q button on the other side. Now on the controller, it's different buttons, and it's gonna even say that like in your bottom left corner you can see it says E, Q, and Z. So like your Z is your special item that you're holding. Like for example, I right now have a box equipped that when I pick plants, it gives me the seeds for my house, which I will show you player housing as well, which is so fun. You get to put and make your own little house. It is down right now. They're having some trouble with the system because they're trying to implement all this music, as you can see, that I'm collecting into the thing. And I think they had some trouble because they had lockdown where the game is made for some coronavirus stuff, and they recently had a lockdown again. But yeah, so like for example, I have a Z is the box. If I equip that, you can equip a camera and make shots. Here, I can show you. So I hit Z and it does screenshot, save, you know, it's pretty cool. And you can like do a funny thing. Let me see. Chop, chop, chop. Oh, and take a screenshot. Like, it's really cool. And there are going to be even little events where it's like, take a picture with you in the air, and it has to have Geo, and it has to have, and it's really cool, these little events that they make for the game. But yeah, so that's all the controls. That's it. It's really simple. But because there's so many different characters, it was a pretty good, I was just like, whoa. But there's so many different characters, and every character is so different and has their own personality. It's like Pokemon people. You want to collect them all.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
See, and they all have their little voice lines. It's really great. I'm telling you, it's the story for the little bit of time you have to put into this game, or if you want, you can put more, but it really doesn't affect that much because you only get so much resin a day, and you only get so much primo gems a day, and then it's like, okay, my stuff is done. If I want to go farm or something, that's cool, but you don't have to. So now I'm going to show you the wishing system. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, it sucks because it's a gacha game. I mean, yes and no. You can put money what they have is called whales that put a ton of money into this game, and you can pay to play, pretty much is what they say, so you get everything you want. So right now, for example, this is the banner. And how the wish system works is, this is the character that's the 5-star out right now. And these are the 4 stars on the banner. So remember how I told you legendary or whatever is the orange, and purples are the 4 stars. And so how this works is every so many wishes, you're guaranteed so much. So how I look at it, because this is a lot. So you have higher chance, obviously, the more 10 wishes you do. Once you hit 90 attempts, you're guaranteed a 5-star. Now, the bad thing about this is that... One second. Okay, have fun. Sorry, my husband. Okay, so, yeah, Sayu is so cool. I will show you her. She is an animal, and she rolls around and picks up elements. And whatever element she rolls in, that's the element damage she does, and she heals when she does it. I gotta show you Sayu. She's so fun. Sorry. Okay, I love the little characters. So, I actually have her, so I can show you. So, Ayaka is the 5-star. She's the strongest one in the banner. And then these are the ones that have a 50% drop rate. So you have a very high percentage of getting these every 10 pulls. You get something. And it's either a weapon or one of these characters, right? And then, so you can get a lot of these 5-stars. And then this one, you have a chance at about 60 is when you're going to start having a higher chance of getting it. So 60, 70, 80, and then 90 is guaranteed to get a 5-star. The hard part is, yes, and you want duplicates, because remember how I told you there is a constellation for each character. So, like, for example, my Zhongli, because they gave her, or not Zhongli, Zhangling, because they gave her away so much, and because I got lucky so much, where is she? That's the hardest thing about having a lot, is I have full constellation, and every constellation gives you an extra thing and makes them more powerful, okay? So that's what you want. You want that constellation. You want to be able to make them more powerful, and that's why she's so strong for me, because she's a 5. She's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 constellations plus. So you would have to get her with no constellations and then get all of those. Hi, Ori! Say hi to the stream.
Hello.
Oh, he can't hear me. Let me take it off push to talk, honey.
You streaming?
Yes, say hello to the stream.
Ooh, hello.
Okay, I'm back. I'm explaining the game right now. I'm almost done kind of giving the logistics. Because I have a lot of friends that wanted to play this game but didn't know much about it, and I was telling them about my secret addiction. So I'm kind of showing everybody the game right now. Okay, so that's what kind of you want. And so I would start doing your... Well, you know what? Don't do anything, because I want to show them the dailies too, which I already did mine. So let's do that. Does that make sense, all right?
Yes.
Don't do your commissions, is what they call it in this game. Let me bring up the stream again so I can see what you're saying. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's the only thing I don't like, is every time you click outside the game, it goes away on your screen. I wish I could fix that, but it does. I don't know how to do that yet. Maybe there's a special thing. If anybody knows how to do that, tell me. So now, like I was saying, so now, like I said, if you get duplicates, you want that, obviously. But it's really hard to get duplicates of the 5-stars. So like I was showing you, the worst part about that is you have a 50% chance, right, to get her as that 5-star. So say you put in 90 wishes and it finally drops, right? It might not be her. It could be D-Luke. It could be, a lot of people get Chi-Chi. I haven't gotten her yet, but a lot of people complain that that's all they get on their 5-star 50-50. And what we call that is losing your 50-50. Now, some people are excited because they're like, oh, I would have wanted that character anyway. But if you're really working to get that special 5-star that's on the banner that's going to be gone until they put her back out again, you're going to be really upset, right? But now, again, if you can put enough time in, or quote money if you want to whale it, you know, some people are like, I really want this character, so I'm going to spend money on primo gems. so that I can get some more shots. And she is guaranteed the next time. So, for example, she's on the, or whoever is on the banner is guaranteed the next time, is how I should say it. Because if that banner leaves and you've just lost your 50-50 on this banner, for say, and the next banner is coming out Tuesday, and you get another 5-star, it's guaranteed to be the 5-star on the banner. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So, or if it's this banner, you're guaranteed, if you're wishing on this banner, it's gonna be that 5-star. But the 50-50, the first one is not guaranteed. But if you do get it, and then you start that cycle over again. So say you get the 5-star, it could be you lose the 50-50 the next time. Or you could get lucky and not. And it's just like what they call the rolling game. You don't know what's gonna drop when you loot stuff in WoW. It's the same thing here. You could get super lucky. Ulrai's daughter, whom we play with, has gotten every single character she has wished for on the 5-star. Anytime she decides she's going to go for a character, she's gotten it. She hasn't had to spend any extra money. She hasn't had to do any of that. She's just gotten super lucky. And sometimes that happens. And sometimes you go all the way to 90 and you get D-Luke instead of Ayaka. And it's rough. So there's this banner, which is the special banner, and then there is the weapon banner, and it has usually whatever's on the special banner's weapons that are important. And a lot of people call this the waste banner because a lot of people feel like it's just something to pump all of your primo gems into and not get what you want. But it's supposed to have a chance, like you say, this is the one I really want, and it gives you that 50-50 thing. But I've ended up with so much other crap. I have never gotten the special weapon. So for example, right now, she's on the banner, and her special weapon is the purple one, and I put a lot of wishes into it. I still did not get it. I really don't get the weapons banner, and that's why a lot of people are like, it's shit. Don't waste it on the weapons banner.
Yeah,
But then some people... Yeah, right? But it's... Sometimes you get a character even on this banner. You could just get anything on this banner. So a lot of people just don't like wishing on it. But then there is, like, my friend Lunis, who might join us today. She's in a raid right now, but she said if she can, she will. She has gotten a couple great weapons. She did get this purple weapon for her Ayaka, and it is amazing, and it makes that character even better because that one is her best in slot or best weapon. It's best for her. So there's that. So then there's the third banner that's always up, and actually, or were you saying that they're supposed to update this banner soon?
The standard banner?
Yeah, the standard
They're
banner.
just rumors now, but they're saying that they're gonna change it to add more stuff into it, or they might do a different mechanic. But what might also happen is that they'll just add a third banner with different currency to use on that third banner. I haven't heard that one. That's something that I think they would do.
Yeah. So
But a lot of people are speculating that they're gonna change either the 5-stars or the weapons that are on that banner. So that's why I'm saving mine in case I do that. Like
a lot of people have said that to me. So this is the standard banner has all of these characters that you can get and all of these weapons that you can get. And those are the 5-star things, right? So you can randomly get any of those things. Plus, they have all these 4-stars and 4-star weapons that you can get. And so there's a lot you can get out of this banner if you're not trying to get one of these. And in the game, sometimes you're gonna get wishes that are only for the standard, and then you're gonna get wishes that are only for the special. And you can see up at the corner, I have it, or in the bottom, it shows the rainbow colored wish or the blue and white colored wish, and that's for each banner. And that's why they say this is the wasteful banner, because you can take your special wishes and you have to use them on the weapon banner that's out right now. So it's kind of up to you if you want to put it into it. I do sometimes, but I put most of mine into this, and then anytime I have extra, I put it into this. So while we're on that, let's go to the store. So the store isn't just actual money. It's what you've earned in game, right? Plus, you can come in here and spend money to get crystals, which you can transfer in to the Primo. So we would hit plus, and it would transfer them into the Primo gems. And like I said, every 160 Primos is a wish. So as you're in the game, you're going to earn the Primo gems because there's going to be quests, dailies, which we call commissions in the game, and all these other things that are going to gain you Primo gems. And then if you want crystals, it's a spend it thing. So then there's Paimon's Bargains, which is where you're going to do most of your shopping, because you're going to go, okay, I'm going to save these up and get these. And you don't have to turn them into the wishes. You can just kind of click it and it'll go, oh, you want to wish, blah, blah, blah. You want to turn it. Yeah, I do. So yeah. Back to shop. So first one is this. So the more wishes you make, the more of these you get. So that's how you get them, is wishing. So as you're wishing, you get dust, and it turns into these, which is this stuff, which buys these. This tab, same thing, except you get a whole lot more of these when you're making wishes. So these are the cheaper things. And every month it cycles that you can buy so many wishes. See, it refreshes in 3 days.
Yeah,
with
at the beginning of every month, yeah.
Beginning of every month. So yeah, it refreshes and it says you can do that. And then it's the same thing with Mora. And these are also things you're going to need in game. So sometimes you're like, I really don't want to go and farm those. For example, one of the things that we joke about is a pain in the butt to farm are spectrals. So sometimes I have just come on here and been like, no, I'm just buying as many as I can because I don't want to go and farm those. So yeah, there's that. And then like I showed you that. So the next thing is the gift shop. Once a month these refresh and you can buy bundles to give you stuff for your weapons. For example, let's see. So these are the things that you farm up to get for leveling. So it makes your characters higher because it goes from 1 to 90. And then there is these, and these help you with your weapons. So instead of taking other weapons and putting it into your weapons, you have crystals that you put into the weapons. And then resin gives you 160 more resin. And the resin is your stuff you get every day. You only get 100, or you get 60 out of one of these, sorry. It's 160 resin you get a day over time. And that's the stuff you use to get, like, go and farm dungeons and domains, and then like bosses and stuff like that. You only get 160, so you have to decide what you're gonna do that day with your resin. And I'll show you that. We're gonna do some stuff, and then obviously Mora. Money rules the world, right? And you need money for everything. But yeah, so this, you can purchase this and it gives you some of that. And the same thing. This is weapon stuff. You have a lot. You can buy these things, and it gives you a chance to get the pieces that you would need for a certain weapon you're trying to get. These are character outfits. This is completely, you don't need this. My favorite outfit in the whole game was this, so I ended up buying it. This is what she usually looks like, but it's up to you. You know, that's stuff you don't have to have, and they're actually supposed to be adding some more of those. And then there is the subscription, what I would call, where you get your 90 Primo Gems a day. And then you get instant 300 of these to do whatever you want with. Either save them up and get something in the gift shop or whatever. And this is probably the best purchase you can make because you're always going to get Primo Gems every day. And it's worth the $5 that you would spend on coffee for a month worth of Primo Gems. And that is if you're playing it all the time. If you're playing it a lot, obviously, which I do. I have a problem. Okay.
Yeah, you get it's 90 per day. I think it's 2,700 in a month.
Yeah,
usually.
yeah, it's totally worth it if you're playing. If you're not playing, don't get it. It's not, because it won't stack. Like if you don't log in the day before, you're not going to get the ones from the day before. You have to log in every day. So, yeah. All right, so let's go on a normal day after you've done, you know, you haven't, even if you have storyline to do or whatever, you're going to get to a point where you can play with other people, which is called co-op, and you're going to get to a point where you can do commissions, which are like your dailies for the
Same as I remember.
quest lady. So let's go to town and I'll show you her. And you're going to get to a point where she's going to be like, "Please, can you help us? We have such and such so much a day and we need you to do this." And it gives you primos and all kinds of other stuff that you need to for your dailies, pretty much like in WoW. You really need those. And that's Catherine. And she's at every city. And so I get my daily commissions reward because I already did my commissions. So I'm going to show you this, and then we're going to go do Ori's. And see, so today I got a Topaz Silver, which is that's different every day. And then I got 20 Primo Gems for doing my dailies. Experience, which adds to my level of my whole account. And then Companion, so I got 100 to whoever I have out right now. And then money. So doing that every day helps you keep your characters up and ready. And then also you can send your people out on adventures. And like, oh, today this is kind of like in WoW we have the table where we go and you send your friends on adventures and they do stuff and they come back with stuff. Same thing. You send them out, you go, okay, I'm going to claim this, and then I want to go back for more money. So some characters are special and like they come back quicker. And that's why I'm using those for Leeway, because they're from Leeway and they know the area really well, so they come back quicker. And then Mondstadt, same thing. It looks like I didn't even send anybody out yesterday. Look at me. I'm the worst. So Bennett is, yeah, I know. Bennett is the best for Mondstadt. And then Inazuma, she's the best for that one because she has a special thing. As you see, you go in here and it's going to tell you what they get. So she is the special for that one. I wonder why I did. Oh, because I wanted extra money. And I didn't have an extra Inazuma character. So we're going to see. And this one doesn't have an extra money. So I've been sending them out for mining. That's why I did that. So she's going to take a little longer, but I want the money right now because I'm broke. So, because you need more for everything. And then I'll show you this in a little bit. We're going to go and do Ori's commissions. So you see up here on the map, you have your moons. That's your resin. And that's how much resin you have a day. So we're going to hit escape. And we're going to go play with Ori. And you have your friends list. These are the people that I have on my friends list. And then, see, Ori's online. I can request to join him. Yay, fun. Okay. So we're going to head over there. And I'm going to open up Ori's map. And you're going to see purple spots on his map. Those are the areas that his commissions are in. See? There's Santoline. Hello! And he is playing one of the favorite characters, Ito. So now, see, look, you can see where your friend is, and you see the little purple on the map, that's a commission. So we're going to go help him with that. And as you go through the day, you get to do 4 commissions a day, and then you go and turn them in like I just showed you. Okay? Lead the way, buddy.
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got to set up our team. Do you have a healer?
Oh, yeah, I'm using Kokomi.
Kokomi? Okay, let me get out. Who do I want to have fun with? This is the fun part. You get to, like, pick your Pokemon, man. Oh, let's catching. Let's show off catching. A lot of people hate on her. Not sure why. Okay, so you also jump up and float, just like in Zelda. Like I was telling you, it's kind of Zelda-ish. And at some point, you can get wings for every kind of color for all the things you've been doing. So like I have purple and red and yellow and white now, but you have to earn the colors as you do the storylines. Okay, so what are we doing? So
Just
this one
supplies,
is,
yeah.
we're gonna sneak around and pick up supplies without anybody
There's the
seeing
second
us.
one. Got one, and there's a second
So
one right here.
if you
Hit
do
that.
get caught, you have to fight them and then pick them up and then
Once you
get to
'em, you
safety.
should fly over here.
But if you
fight
can
them,
sneaky
yeah.
snafu, you can sneak over and get to safety, and then it says commission complete. And now he finished that commission. He got some character experience, some more, and whatever. And then once he does all 4, he gets even more for doing all 4.
Yeah, then you
Plus-
go to Catherine, and she gives you the bonus for completing 4
Exactly, exactly. All right, so we're
Here?
gonna
Okay.
head over. Yep.
Which one is this one?
Now
I
we're
think I need
here.
animal for this one. Let's see.
What are we
A
doing?
wind character.
Oh, okay, so there's special ones where it's like, oh, you need a wind character because you have to clean up the air. Are you gonna grab her?
Yeah, I'll switch them.
Okay. So he's gonna get an Animo. Oh, also use Sayu, because you were asking about Sayu. Let me do one of them with
Oh.
Sayu.
Let me. You're gonna use Sayu?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You can
no
still
problem.
use Sucrose on them, but I want to use Sayu on one of them.
Okay.
Because I had somebody asking about that one. Okay. He's adorable. Okay. And I'll show you when we do some fighting, some catching stuff. Meow.
Here we are.
Okay.
Back here.
I'll get this one. So this one is
Sometimes, yeah.
like, sometimes there's monsters and sometimes there's not. See? So she's cleaning it up, and we just got zapped. That was all. Nothing was there.
Speed of light.
This one I like catching because she, like blinks pretty much is what I call it. It's like a WoW mage blink with her, E ability. So, and you can blink anywhere. Up, down. It's really cool.
Here we go.
Through shield. See, so we have bad guys. So, look. Look. See how she picks up the electricity and uses it on them and heals the group as she does it. It's really cool. And that's the same thing with her. You hold down the E to roll, or you can just hit E to do a kick. It's really cool. Okay, I'm gonna clean up the air with this one on Sayu.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna hop on her, and I'm gonna roll into it, and that cleans it up. Oh, that was the easy one. Yeah. So yeah. And then there, see, like, you're gonna have puzzles all over the world, just like in Zelda. Like, this one is an electric thing that gives you an electric buff that you're gonna be using to, like, go up into the air, or, like, have to touch something. There's just so many puzzles in the world to do. And get chests and orbs and treasure. It's so fun.
Oh wait, this might be
over
another
here.
animal one. Let me see
Is
which one
it?
This one is.
What
I'm
is
not
this one?
sure. No, wait, actually, this is the. It might be the pick up the orbs in the air.
Oh, cool. We get to show him the electric orb thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And, like, these are the commissions, but this stuff is all over the map all the time when you first are exploring. So it's just like in Zelda when you're first exploring Breath of Wild and you see the stuff and it respawns on the ground, but the puzzles don't necessarily respawn and the chests don't. Only a few sometimes. So
Yeah, go
okay,
ahead
so
and, yeah, go ahead and pick them up. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm gonna go over here, hit the tree, and you see it gives me this little T, and I use the T so I can hit the orb. See, and I'm not doing a very good job. There we go. But yeah, that's the point. You gotta get all these orbs in the time. Okay, I'm not. But it's really cool. Like, you gotta kind of get the orbs.
I got aim to.
And then, yeah.
Get up there.
How? Oh,
Yeah,
we
you
did
got
it together. That's why I love co-op. And that, oh, and the stomp that I just did, each character does damage when they do that too. And some of them do like special ones, just so you know. Here, let me show you the catching blink.
Incoming.
Woo! Into the air. It's really cool. So you can get up to things that most characters can't with her. All right. What do you have next? Down
I think
here.
it's a
Oh,
boat
there's one. Okay. Ooh, that one's fun. So in Inazuma, was it Inazuma or? Yeah, it was
Yeah, I think,
Inazuma.
yeah,
They
yeah,
introduced
yeah.
boats, and it's really cool because you find a little ship thing, you click it, and it brings out a little boat, and then you can ride the boat around and shoot with it and do commissions with that. I really liked that they added that in as a commission. I didn't think they were gonna do that, and now it's cool because if you do your commissions in Inazuma, you get to ride on the boat sometimes and like
I
just
think it
blow
used to be
stuff up.
for story or event stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and now
it's,
they
put into
added it.
commissions.
It's really cool. So see, there's the boat thing. Ulrai's gonna click it, and the boat's gonna appear.
And she can click on it too, and she got another boat.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and now I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna get my boat. Whee! Yeah, we're gonna float out here and start blowing some people up. It's gonna be real fun. Okay. See, and the controls are in the right corner. Easy peasy. You don't have to really think about it. It's like, what does that do? What does that do? Okay, I got this. And then you have the E, which is the big baboon. Yeah, and you can pick up the loot on the way. And the great thing about co-op mode is most of the stuff is your own loot. So I'm not taking from him. So when we fight stuff together, I get my own loot on the floor and he gets his own loot on the floor. It's really cool.
Yeah, that way we don't have to
Some
fight
of the
over it.
stuff is like your own, like if you're mining, some mining, the rare stuff is one. Because some of the rare mining is harder to get, so only one person can get that. So like you're like, I need these things. Alright, can I get all of your things on your map too? And he's like, yeah, I don't need them right now, so go farm them up. And they spawn every like 2 days. So that's how we farm stuff. Because if you need a lot of it, you're not going to find it all on your map. And you want to get it quicker than if you would wait the 2 days. So I'm like, alright, can I fireball your rare, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, I don't need it. Or no, don't touch mine, because I need it. You know, so on and so forth. So yeah. Yeah, making a sword or whatever I need. Yeah. Alright. And then, as usual, because we're out in the middle of nowhere, we can just hit the map. And he's gonna head back and turn in his commissions.
Yeah, I'm done with mine.
So each area has its own main city, which you'll learn as you do the storyline. It's gonna teach you all this stuff that I've shown you on its own, as well as the storylines are gonna introduce you to each city and everything going on. So, like, I just showed you Inazuma.
Co-op out for a minute to
Yeah, go ahead, kick me out. Because some things you can't do in co-op mode, like turn that in. So it's gonna put me back in my world. Oh, while he's doing that, I will show you the Serenity Pot. I can't show you actually, like, building your world or your house, but I can show you, about, like, mine. I just can't build in it right now because it's down for building. So right now you can either hit map to go to your Serenity Pot, or my favorite thing to do is you Alice in Wonderland it, and you hit your bag, and you bring out your little pot, because this is what you live in, and it eats you up, and you go into your Serenity Pot, and you'll get a story on why it's like this later, but it's really cool. So this is what I've built, and you're gonna get a map, and you're gonna be able to earn and get stuff to put stuff down, and put your friends that you get in these places, and the higher their friendship is, the better they do on your team. So you want to get their friendship up by doing quests with them or whatever, and one of those things to get their friendship up is to keep them in your Serenity Pot. So when you go up to Tubby, who helps you build everything,
This realm is truly
you go in
beginning to
here,
thrive.
and he tells you, okay, so you've gotten this much currency today for that much time, and then this is like, oh, this is where it gives them experience. So now he's 7, she's max. Like I said, I can't switch her out because it's down, so I can't switch anybody in right now. But I'm gonna show you around just a little bit, and then you use your stuff to buy money or whatever. You can see I've bought most of it this month. Or this week, I mean.
If you
It resets every week, and you can buy those things again. Is my music too loud? I can't tell. You have to tell me if
Well,
I'm...
I can't hear the music.
No, I
Oh,
mean,
wait, no, just
I'm
stream,
asking the
stream.
stream. Yeah, I just hope it's not louder than my voice and hard to hear. So, like, Sucrose is here. You get special
Hello.
conversations with them
Thanks
as you
to
get
you, my
increase their thing. Right now there's an event to have them try things, and it gives them more experience too, and you just get special... You get to know them
Good
better.
morning.
It's actually
Please
really
take-
cool. If you really are into a character, you're gonna be like, oh, I get to talk to blah blah blah, and they got their increase, and they tell you more about themselves. It's really cool. So this is literally put in by me. Like, I put all this in. And then you can see Goru's over here with a little picture of Paimon, who you'll meet in the storyline. Some people just hate her, and some people just love her, you know. And then I'm going in my main house.
Yeah, and you get bonuses for the depending on what kind of buildings you build together.
Yeah,
Certain
yeah.
characters get
And
more
you'll see
points off
that
of them,
I've
and you can
maxed out
invite people to
mine.
your world, to your Serenity pot. But right now I think it's down. I don't know if you can.
Yeah,
You can
all
do
of
that
it's down right now, which would be this hand thing. Like, as you can see, this functions on growing magnets. So, yeah. And, like, you just have the people here, and you talk to them, and as they sit here, they get experience. See, and I've put all this furniture in. You'll get this house, but it'll be empty. And you put the furniture in, and you build the furniture with your currency. It's really cool. And then depending on the the building and sets that you make, certain characters like those specific sets, and they give you primo gems for being in
Primo
those
gems
things.
just for making a set for them.
Yeah,
specifically.
it's really cool. So that's how you can get more primo gems. Especially if you're trying to save up for something. You're like, oh, okay, I'll work on this. I'll get this area for that person. For example, Goru's thing is this place right here. And I just left him in it because he really suits it over here, my little fox boy. And this is his set, so I got primos when he found it. And he'll tell you, oh, this is the most beautiful, blah, blah. It reminds me of home, and then he gives you primos. It's really cool. So I'm going to take you to my other areas, and then we'll head back out and start doing domains. So like I said, every day you have so much resin, and you got to decide what you're going to do with it, depending on what you want to build. So you see Yamiko, and this is another fan favorite, Beto. She's the pirate. You'll get to know her in the story. But yeah, I have a little house out here, a little china shop. Okay, and then this area is my garden. And they just added a function where you can capture animals and put them in it. So, you know, me being a fox, crazy fox lady, I have little foxes walking around. Oh, and then there's this guy that I got doing a quest line, and he's kind of like the punching bag toy. You can just kind of like fight with him anytime you want. He's really fun. But then there's garden, where you get to grow some of the things you might need, and every 2 days you can pick them. But you have to get the seeds, like I said. So that's why I had the seed thing on my where my camera is now, so that every time I picked some things, I got the seeds for them. You can also buy the seeds from that vendor, and lots of other things. I'll show you my last area, but it's kind of just all of the stuff that I don't use because it's the bad guy stuff.
Yeah, it's charity junkyard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my junkyard. But there's like a little cabin over here. And yeah, I'm just kind of there.
So they give you points for the stuff you put in there. So if you got extra stuff, you find a place and just put it all in there. So at least you get the points to get you to the certain level in the Serenity pot, and they give you points daily for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave the pot so it doesn't mess with the co-op, and then we're gonna go do what Ori needs, and then I gotta figure out what I need today. I haven't even thought about that yet. So much sharing about the game. There's so much in this game.
Yeah, I can do a few bosses too after the domains.
Okay. So where are we gonna go first, Ori?
Let's do. I need these.
I'm gonna have to download this video and like give it to my friends that ask.
To survive hardship,
like, this is my tutorial video. Tells you everything about the game. It's really long, but if you want to know, here you go.
Okay. Let's do. Thinking. Let's do this one. I need this for what's your name, Eula?
What about?
The Eula, the
Oh.
Eula ones.
Okay, so he's gonna do a domain to get artifacts that we talked about earlier.
Wine tastes the
And
same
each
as I
domain,
remember.
let me go there so I can show
But
them.
where are those who share?
So each domain has different things. So like this one has the things that he was saying Eula, one of his characters, can use. And like, so this one is these specific ones. Go ahead and invite me again.
Okay.
And you have to open these up on your map and in the world. At certain levels, you'll be able to. So like this one, did it say what we're fighting?
It's the two big guys. This is the one we try and freeze them, so you can use Ayaka and maybe Kokomi.
Okay,
Yeah,
that sounds good.
yeah,
Okay,
cool.
my Lady and Ayaka. Ayaka I just got. I'm having so much fun with her. Okay. So then he picked his characters, and then I pick mine, and then I hit ready. And then you can see already our elemental resonance. Right now we have double for freezing.
Boats are made for transferring
Okay?
commodities back
Alright.
and forth.
So I'm gonna hit ready,
those
and
that
he's
come
like,
across
okay,
Muir
we're
tend
all
to stay
set.
more.
And we go in. So now, the person that owns the map gets to start it. So you gotta make sure you're both in there. I've made that mistake. If you're not both inside the boss fight, it locks you out, just like in WoW. So, alright. Oop, I just hit my Q like a dumbass.
Yeah, they don't
Oh,
have
well.
an end game yet. The end game is basically, I don't know, it's kind of called an abyss, and what they do is it has different layers of you killing different monsters for different objectives. But it's very short. We kind of get tired of it. We might do it later on.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
show him
there
the
is no
Abyss
raid.
this
Hopefully they'll
weekend.
add a raid in, and you can do it with a lot more people than just 4. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, I hope so. That would be really cool.
Oh, hit you, Charity, I think.
You? Oh, and it tells you about it. You're
Yeah.
so smart.
Yeah, and then it tells you the bonus or what you should do during the if there's a mechanic in the domain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, started.
Alright, so I'm gonna drop out some water. And you want to use your shift to... Your right click is that speed button. I got some water down. And then you see, once the water's down, it lets you freeze them. So now... Easy peasy. So this one is super easy because it's just two big bad
Yeah,
guys.
if you freeze this one, if you freeze them, then you're set.
Yeah. And it tells you that. This is stuff for Eula, you said?
Yeah. See if
So
I can
you
get better
decide if
architecture.
you want to use your resin. You go up there and you click the button and you go, yeah, I do, or whatever. And then it gives you a certain set of things, and sometimes you
Oh,
get the
got a
stuff
good
you
one.
want,
Nice.
and sometimes you get the stats you don't want. And I'll show you when I do mine.
Yeah, I got some good ones. Okay, let's officially.
And oh, just so you know who
A
Eula
blade is
is,
like a
I'll
tea
show
leaf.
you.
Only
let's see.
those who sample
is
it many
Eula.
times can appreciate its true qualities.
Eula is Bae. She's so cute, and he's getting artifacts for her.
Yeah, she's one of the hardest hitters in the game, but she does take a while for you to get her to set up to hit very hard.
Yes, she's one of the unique ones in that she does physical damage more than her element.
A blade embraces its duty.
So does
As a
Razor.
jeweler
They both
cherishes their
have
gems.
their element, but they both do more in their physical damage. Oh, you just left? You're done here?
Oh yeah, because
Okay.
I got what I wanted.
Oh, you did? Oh, good.
Yeah, I got a very good artifact. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So,
That, like, never happens.
I know, but not on the first try.
Yeah.
So I guess we go kill some bosses.
Okay, let's do that. That'll be fun to show.
Yeah. Want to do wolf boss?
Yeah, that one's my favorite boss.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. Okay, so we're gonna see this is the wolf boss, and you'll open those up as you open the story. Everything opens slowly as you open the story, so it's not all at once, just like in WoW.
Yeah, right now there's 5 or 6 bosses I think. There's
Standing at
each
these
week,
statues heals up your characters. Just so you know, for when you start, it'll teach you all that, but it's like the healing spot, so you don't have to use food or healers to do it. What were you saying, Ulrai?
Oh yeah, the bosses. I think there's 5 or 6 of them right now. World bosses basically, and you can do each of them once per week.
Yep, it's
And
like the
you gotta
raid.
use your resin. So the first
Yeah.
3 you do, it only costs 30 resin, but after that they all cost 60 resin. So you guys balance that out, and they drop mats to make weapons and or crystals you can use to upgrade your characters.
And most of that, the reasoning for going to do certain bosses is because you need it for those characters you're trying to increase their talents on.
Okay,
So there's the main bosses like these, and then we'll show you the mini bosses because I would like to do one of those today. That also the characters need for leveling as well as their talents.
Okay, who are you using?
Oh, this is Wolf. He's ice, so we got to think about that. So this is our team. Let's see.
Every journey has its final day.
So I will
Don't
use
rush.
Kokomi just because she's such a strong healer. And then, who else do I want to use? You know what? I'm going to use Jean and somebody else so you guys can see a different healer. So you see how I was showing you how Kokomi's just so strong. Jean is also a healer, but she does some heals and some damage. So we'll do that.
Trish.
Hello.
Hey, Trish! Say hello to the stream.
Hello.
We're about to do the wolf boss if you want to join us for funsies.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Ling.
Chainlink? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
You know what? It doesn't matter because Trish is gonna come in and she's gonna take that other spot.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I will just heal. Okay, so we'll wait a
Never in
minute.
my world, so.
So when you join somebody's world, each person takes. So if it's just 2 of you, you both get 2 characters, right? If it's 3 of you, then each of us get 1,
Are forever.
and the person in the main spot gets 2. And then obviously each of you get 1 if there's 4 people. And that's the max you can have. We're waiting on Trish while she logs
Let me know
in.
when you're gonna send the invite, because I'm a bit kind of in between the computer and getting close to Zoe.
Okay, I'm sending it.
Okay, go ahead.
My favorite thing about Jean is when she fights, little dandelions come off of her. That's so cute. So pretty. This is my favorite outfit in the game too. Those little shorts. I just loved it so much I had to have it. Oh! And there is the most beautiful Shogun. I love it. I do not have that character yet. So pretty. Alright. When you're ready, Ori, let us know. I know you're dealing with baby.
Yeah, let me get her something. Be right back.
Okay. Oh, see here, look at her idol. It's really cool. See, they all have idols and things that they do while they're just standing there. They're all unique, and they all have their own story that goes with those things. And as you level them up, you get to know more about them.
Fireworks are
It's
for
really
now,
cool.
but friends are forever.
Ready.
Okay.
It's time
You
to
good?
move on.
Mhm.
We
I
shouldn't
got
stay
her.
here.
We have a healer? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, well, let's see if it's down
What?
real quick. Okay.
What?
No, just making sure.
Okay.
Okay, here it
So,
comes.
somebody gets a cutscene, and the other 2 don't have to have it. Right now, I don't have the cutscene, or I ended up with it.
Yeah, because usually, like, I guess it's the person with the main.
Sometimes it's not, though. Like,
Really?
I've gotten the cutscene.
I know in the Az fight, I don't
So
get
it's
it
just like
sometimes, and you guys
a
get it.
boss in any other thing. It's gonna have mechanics that you have to do to beat it. So you don't want to be at his tail, and you gotta watch out and get out when he does the spin. Yeah, and then putting the heel down.
Very good.
Oh, and now he's gonna do this thing where he goes around in a circle, and just like anything else, you gotta, oh, here he comes, and get out of the way. This is my favorite boss because it's just the most beautiful to me, and this, I just love it.
If you have an archer, you can shoot him while he's.
Yeah, you can
charged and
shoot
jump
him.
out. Oh, you got me.
Oh.
And I was gonna jump into it. So
Yep.
sometimes it glitches out, but yeah. Okay.
Oh, there he goes.
Now we gotta wait
Bam.
because he does this cutscene.
Ow! It's so pretty.
He goes like this.
And you can't do any damage when he's doing that anyway. So we just stand there and go, ooh, ah. And you can see the green numbers are my heals. But I'm still doing white damage. And she does this thing where she makes whatever in front of her float, but he's a boss, so I can't do it with him. Oh, and Q. Heal is down. And that's it. That one's the easiest boss probably in the whole game, but it's so pretty. I just love it. And then you click the flower, and you use your resin, which I'm going to show you because I need this boss for the week. And see, so each character uses different things. This is a dream solvent, which changes any of the pieces that you've gotten into another piece that that same boss can drop. These are artifacts that you can either use or change into something else. These are the fragments that you can get, and they are used for each thing. So like if it's a geo boss, they use these and these, and these turn into these, and these turn into these, and then they turn into something else, and so on and so forth. So, and I'll show you that table in a little bit, or maybe on tomorrow's stream. And then you get a little bit of experience and all that good. And you get to do that boss along with the other main bosses once a week. And then they reset. Alright.
They can do as or child.
Oh, I don't care. Let's do as. That one's gonna be super
that's more
epic to
intense,
see. Yeah. Okay. And that one, it's like, oh, we need a lot
Let me see what
of
it
like
is this week.
backup.
What elements he uses.
We call him Asshole because he's rough.
His name is Ajdaha, but yeah, it's annoying. Oh,
He's-
it's electricity and water.
Okay,
So
and he
fire
does. He
and-
changes every week. So how you know what he changes to is what's on his door. So
Yeah.
he said it was water and electric. You see the purple in the water? Yeah. So now we're going to go, okay, so these are the elements we have to watch out for. What should we bring along with making sure that we don't get our butts handed to us, because he is a very rough boss. So he's going to build a
Sometimes
team,
it can be annoying.
and we're going to figure out what we're going to bring. Why? Accept. Alright, so I'm bringing Kokomi, because she
Okay.
is the safest healer.
She's too squishy.
Do we want to bring a shielder,
Don't
or...
underestimate the
It's always
beetle.
shielder's
It can
good,
be
but not
some
the
toughest
Diona.
little
Yeah,
guy around.
your Diona's not that good.
I mean, Ito lets out shields.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Orbs, yeah.
Yeah, your
You
Geo.
just gotta. They usually shoot him under the boss.
Oh, there you go.
I think we can all learn
Just bring
something from that.
DPS. Lunas is gonna bring Zhongli.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Bring Husbando. He's so beautiful. I love him. I drink him up. I want to get one of those pillows that's of him. The long pillow. So I can snuggle him.
You good?
Alright.
Let me search my
So
Yeah.
you can, when you get in here, if you don't move, the boss won't start.
No, it's, he's starting.
But he started, so you gotta be quick.
Because he's an asshole.
But you can hit B and get food buffs or whatever you want. This boss I usually do because he's rough.
Don't expect me to do too much damage.
Oh no! It's okay, you're a shielder, so I'm gonna get a couple buffs. They're already in there, so I'll start. Woo! So much. Okay. Heal down.
Rebuild.
So as he phases, he does different things, just like any boss, you know. And he's... Oh, yep, gotta get out.
No, he's just rolling around.
Right now it's just Geo, because that's how he started.
Charge.
And each boss has its own story. So like this one, you see Zhongli here. He's the one that originally trapped him here. And so he re-traps him in the story. It's really cool. You'll get all
Okay,
that.
move out, wait,
Oh,
wait.
yep, so he's doing the stomps. Now we gotta get out. Okay, now we can go back
Now
in.
he goes into the water.
So now he's going water. And I have a heal up. Yeah. And I won't do as much damage to him, but every time I hit him, I'm gonna be healing the team. Now watch, we have to watch out for these waters going around in a circle. Oop, oop. Oh, I don't want to get tail smacked. Oh no, the water hit me. Zhongli's ball coming out of the air. There's another heal. Oh, out, out. He's changing to Electro. You see it says Azha is orb powered of Electro. So, just like game mechanics in WoW. Okay, and then we're gonna wait and head back in. And now he's gonna do this electric pie thing. That's my favorite thing about this boss is every week it's something different. So like this week it is the electrify. So we can do damage to him.
One is ice and fire.
Yeah, ice and fire. So he's gonna be in the ground and we can damage his tail, but you see the electric, you gotta stand where it's not electrified. You see on the ground? Yeah. Okay,
Unless if you're
unless you're what? Oh, Zhongli, and you have a shield? I know, you're a god. Oh, I'm gonna get electrocuted. Oh, yeah. Oh. But I'm also Kokomi.
Oh, I saw that. Okay.
Isn't the music in this instance amazing? It's so good, you guys. You got tail smacked. Oh, heal down. On the butt, apparently. Sorry.
There we go.
And there he goes. Okay. So then the shields go up. There you go. And then you go and you pick up your loot. Easy peasy.
I got a bow.
See, and I've done 3 bosses already, so now it's going to cost me 60 resin for this one. So I'm going to use it. And that gives you this thing, you know. And sometimes you get weapon pieces to make other
I just
weapons.
got a bow, so.
Oh yeah, so Ori got a bow piece, which helps you make the like profession stuff, I guess.
It isn't like the
game.
best weapons in the game, but they are the crafting ones that are still 4 stars. But they are kind of the best of the 4 stars out there. So.
Yeah. So like for example, I made this one on Kokomi, and it actually is. I love it. They brought out a weapon for her that was free, and I stick with this one because it's just so good. I love it, and it's made.
Okay, well, I think that's it.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Okay. Let me see what is up today. Today is Saturday. Is there somebody I needed to get stuff for?
Onwards. We have work to do.
So let's see. No, that's Sunday. Trying to. You know what? Let's go do the fire cube because I need to work on Toma's boss, and that way they can see a mini boss too.
So fire boss.
The cube. Yeah.
Okay,
And I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit because I think it's super loud
Transitory.
compared to my voice and your voices. Okay.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
We're gonna go up there. So on the map, there's certain bosses that each character needs pieces from, other than the main bosses that you can only do once a week. You can do these. You like the pants?
Who's pants?
So, whose pants?
Ooh, I'm sexy. See, I read that.
Did you read that you're sexy? Oh, all right, is so sexy. Oh, the name? Yes, I know. So he got the name from Sam Ori. So it's Sam Ori is sometimes his name, and he just added the L. So so each little boss, and these can be done over and over. You just have to wait for them to respawn, but it does use resin, so as well. All right, so let's head out here. The pants on her, yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. They're so cute. I love her
when
pants.
you're talking about the change of the
Is that?
yeah,
I missed chat. I must not. Yeah, so I super late. You forget.
When you were talking about the change of the
everything.
different
I probably
outfits.
do. I'm sorry. I'm the worst with names. So let's see. Okay. So are we just waiting on Trish? Yeah.
Yep, sorry.
No, you're fine. So we're gonna be fighting Fire Boss. Oh, it's Evil Beavers. That's who that is. Okay, so that's good. I'm sorry, B. I'm the worst with names. I only remember Evil B because it's so memorable. Okay, so we're fighting fire.
We have work to do.
So we have to set up a team that will be okay for fire. We're in Ori's world, so I have to pick one character, and Ori will get 2, and Fenris will get 1.
Yeah, but you
I'm
can pick the
gonna
same
pick-
one because we can both have
Oh,
Kokomi.
yeah,
It's
so
outside.
that's
it in
something
the
that is different. In a domain, you can't have the same, but in the open world, you can have more of this different one. So I'm gonna use Eula so you guys can kind of see. You know what? No, I'm gonna use Ito so you guys can see how Ito works. All right.
Yeah, he does good. He does good.
He's very fun. A lot of the guys love him. He is a jokester and a crazy person. And Fenris is going to use a bower, which I actually need to show you guys some of the bowers. And Child is one of my favorite bowers. I really like him. All right. Here we go. So it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be like small mechanics. And this is really your dungeoning and your bossing in the world. That's it. That's what you get. The other thing is the Abyss, and that's like their end game. And it just consists of killing so many things in so much time with different enemies. And they get harder the higher you go in the thing. So Ito is all about throw your shit at him. He throws a cow, which does a little jig and dances. Let me show you. So he throws a cow, and you see it jigs. Boop, 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 boop.
I couldn't tell whose hydro damage was whose.
No, it was
Yeah,
just a
I know,
lot.
right?
We
It's
killed that
fucking
really
300
fast. I didn't even get to show him mechanics, but like most of the time you're gonna have a ton of mechanics. So like his throws that, and then when he does his Q, he's like super powerful.
Yeah, his sword turns into a club,
It's
and he
very
starts swinging
cool.
very fast.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and a charge attack. It does a lot of
So
AoE
now I can click on this, and I can get the stuff that I need for Toma. So those right here. This is what you're looking for mostly. Obviously, you're gonna need these too, but let me show you why. So you go in and you look at Toma, and he needs these things to ascend past 80, and that's what I'm doing. So now I have 6 of 20. And then he needs these world items, these items off of mobs, and then this is the highest fire gem. So all those little gems, you go to your table, which I will show you real quick. As you're building things, your table does like everything. It's your alchemy table. Okay. So every town has one of these, and you can also put one in your house, which I like to go to my house and do it sometimes, because why not, you know? It's good scenery. And this is where you do all those things we were telling you about. So those are the books. You start with the smallest, and they upgrade to the bigger ones. And you have to have so many to get the higher ones. And then, like this one, I need these. So let's just do half, because I might need those. Where it goes, and then these make these, and then these make these, and so on and so forth. And then so many of those make these. And the harder the bosses, the higher the pieces you're gonna get.
Hello.
Hello and welcome. So the next thing. Let's see. Oh, those pieces that I was telling you about. So that's the fire stuff. These are the talent stuff. These are pieces that you would use for weapons. There's just so much that you use, and you make it all on this table. And then these are the stuff I don't have parts for. And then these are like the potions that give you resistance when you go to a boss, like you saw me throwing on some food, but you can also use these.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Aw, thank you so much.
Hi, that was me on the stream.
Oh, well, thanks,
Make a new
Lunas.
account.
You did, really? To follow?
Because I didn't remember my passwords and stuff.
Oh, well, thank you. You're silly. Okay, so there's that, and then obviously, like I said, you can make food. They'll teach you how to cook.
Good night, Evil.
Oh, good night, Evil. Thank you so much for coming in. This will be posted later if you want to learn more about it, and I'm gonna do a little bit more tomorrow. So these will heal you if you don't want to go to a place or have a healer. in mid-fight. These give you buffs, all these good things. And as you do the story, people will ask for these things. There's a lot about cooking in this game. Yeah. Okay, so let's do... Let me see. What else can we do? Do you need anything done today, Trish?
Yes.
Okay, let's go do what Trish needs. We're gonna go to Trish's world. I'm gonna
Yeah, you're good. Bounce up.
skedaddle. Okay, so we gotta leave so that... And the reason we go to people's worlds is because they can do the domain and start the domain as many times as they want. And then, once... Like, but if it wasn't my house, I can't hit start again. We have to completely leave and then go back in. But if I keep putting into it, then I can start it again if it's my house. All right.
Osmanthus wine
So
tastes the
now
same
we're
as-
gonna go to Trisha's house. Let me see. She's online, so I'm gonna request to join. And you can join people's Serenity pot if they're there or not, as long as they're in a place that will let you, just so you know. It's really cool, because then you can walk around their house and see their stuff. And you can buy from their vendors and all that good stuff.
Where do you want to go
Oh,
next?
imposter! Alright, so we are going... Oh, we're gonna do this one. Actually, I might do that one. I'm gonna get some resin. So what I mean by resin is when you get higher, you can go to your table and take the resin you would usually make and double it. So let me see. Map. I'm going to use one of my moons for this because I actually need this domain we're about to do. And that gave me a little more resin. Okay. And then I'm going to go in here and F. And see, so now it's called condensed resin, and it costs these things that you have to go and catch. They're little butterflies, and it costs so many moons because it's just double. It doesn't waste them. It just doubles them up so that when you do the thing, you have a double chance of items and things to get. So when we do like artifact domains or talent books, I like to do that because then it doubles up on what I'm going to get instead of me having to do it like twice as much. And that was something I learned late as well, so I'm really glad that I learned that. Okay, so I'm gonna take that, and we're gonna go meet them up here. Where is Ulrai? Oh, in Mondstadt, making resin. Yeah, I want my own table, he said. Like I said, each city has its own table, and then you can have your own table in your house as well. So another thing to learn is that in the ice elements, you're gonna learn that you can freeze to death. So you have to have a fire nearby so you don't. So you can see that Lunas was nice enough to light those on fire so we didn't die. Okay, so what is this one that we're doing? I forget.
This is the ice mage and the big ice guy.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use Ayaka. Is that cool?
You probably don't want to for this domain since they're both cryo.
Yeah,
oh, this isn't the one I'm thinking of then.
You can use Eula, because Eula does physical damage, or fire or electricity or something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something else I could use so I can show up. You know what? I'm gonna use Beto. That'll work.
Yeah, it'll work. Yeah.
That gives them more of an electric point of view. I don't have a lot of, like, electric been shown, so we'll do that. Oh, I have to hit ready. Look at me. See, Fenris is using Jean.
Oh, so we get Gina's healer. Okay. I'm very squishy, so I hope I don't get hit.
Amber?
No, that's Jimmy.
Yoimiya. Alright.
The level.
So she starts it, and this is the domain. So Beto does a shield on herself, and if you hold it down, she does a little harder hit. Okay, so oh, that was close. So shielding, and the great thing about oh.
Yeah, he did his little slam on me.
I died.
Yeah, he hit hard.
Sorry, I suck.
That's why we bring Trish.
So, when you're fighting in a domain, if you have more than one character, if you have one alive, you can res your other one by eating something. But if you only have one character, you can't have a character to res the other character, so you die. And you can't res your friends unless you're Barbara. She's the only healer that can res. So...
Chi-Chi can too.
Oh, Chi-Chi
really?
can? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
C6 though.
Oh,
the 6.
so
yeah,
once you get
C6.
so many of her, you can, like I said with the constellations, that's what C6, constellation 6 means. So you can see Trisha's soloing this because she's a badass. And but yeah, so that's how that works with resing. So we both only have one character, so we died and we can't come back. So it's all Trish or nothing at this point. Which obviously she can do because she's a badass.
Yeah, it just takes long.
And the cool thing about this domain is as you're out there, you have to get, is it the hot plates that defreeze you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mechanic, yeah.
if you are on the
You're
hot
on the-
plate, it
yeah.
takes the freezing off of you. And you have only last so long before you have to go unfreeze. You get a
If you're on the
bar.
cold plate, you get
It's kind of
it
like
accelerates.
drowning in WoW. It gets, the bar goes up and then you slowly start dying if you don't fix it. That's how that works. She's all over.
His shield is about to break.
Oh, he has his shield up? I don't even see it on
Yeah.
my screen.
Yeah, he did.
What a
Okay, he's off
jerk.
now.
Go, Trish, go! You can do it. I shouldn't have been talking so much. I probably would have paid attention better.
Well, I picked a squishy character. But
Yeah, alright, it's all
I
your
should've
fault.
Brought Ito. I forget.
I
about
brought a
slam
shielder, but I stood right in that ice crap. You know.
Yeah, it's a slam.
That's what got me.
Hits real hard.
Well,
Yeah,
what
that's
got
what
me
makes
was
it
the
all
ice on the
crystals.
ground.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop. I love watching it just like blow up and you're not even over there. Pop, pop, pop.
What are those?
It's glitching and he's getting hit and Trisha's across the room on my screen.
Ah, I'm like, what's hitting him? I don't get it. I'm looking at the floor. I'm like, does D-Loop
She
drop
just beat it.
bombs? I'm confused.
So we're res and now I can go in here and you're gonna see all these particles come at me because I was dead and I couldn't pick them up. I love it. Firework. So I'm gonna go up here. And this is where you pick up the stuff. So I couldn't show you last time, but this one I can. Oh, thank you for the heal. I hit F. And then, you see, I'm going to use my condensed resin. And then you can hit skip, but I'm going to show you the scene. Like, ooh, pretty. And most people hit skip after like the 20th time. And then you see what you get. So like today, there you go, there's a flower. And what was it? All flowers are HP, right?
Yeah.
And then they have
Flowers HP, all feathers are
special
regular
things.
attack,
So
not
like
attack
this
percent.
gives cryo damage.
That's a
and
very
then
good
of course
flower.
It is
Wow.
very actually. And then there's the feather, and all feathers give attack, and then they have
Ooh,
their
if that
own.
one grows crit damage. That could be a good one too.
Yeah. And
That
then
one's good too.
you have your smaller purple items
Great.
that you get,
goes
and
with
then the
them, that's
smaller
perfect.
blues, which at first you're going to be using these because that's all you're going to have. And then eventually all you're going to have is purple, and then eventually you'll get the higher stuff. But so you see, like this one has animo damage, so some things aren't like the flowers and the feathers, and they have specific things that you're going to want for your characters. All right. I'm going to leave. Oh, no, we're not leaving. She's still going. Yeah, we're going to do it again. But this time, let's not die, alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll work on that.
Okay.
You might want to eat nom noms, alright?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't heal completely.
Yeah. I'm staying out of that crap on the ground.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I was
See,
thinking
the
of
start
mage,
button's here, but
didn't
I
see what
can't
he was
click
doing.
it because it's not my domain. We'll start on the main.
He was right in there.
Oh, get out of that! Get out of that! Oh. Okay, that stupid stuff on the ground always gets me. Okay, and then I'm gonna Q it, and now I have a shield. And the cool thing about what I was saying before is Beto's shield goes on all the characters. So see how that bar is full now? So I gotta go to the hot plate to get it off.
Take this for fire damage.
Beto's shield, when it's up, I can switch to another character if I have one, and the shield will be on that character, just like the other characters that I showed you. Get on the hot plate, take it off. You can see the damage going out, the purple in the fire, and that's showing, see the overload, swirl. Swirl is fire and animo, right?
It can be anything except Geo. Can swirl.
Okay, can swirl. So like each of those things gives a certain amount of damage. So, and I am not going to use my resin on this.
Ooh, I'm not.
Did you get anything good?
No, I think I got a good the first one. The first time I
Did you? Ooh, that sounds promising.
I got an attack, crit rate, and crit damage from a death.
Oh, hell yeah.
For child.
Nice. Again. So sometimes you end up farming the same thing because, especially with artifacts, you're gonna farm a lot because you're gonna have a hard time getting the exact stats that you want. And you might not even, you might just need artifacts to put into the artifacts that you do want. Like me, I'm really low on artifacts right now.
Okay.
To ashes.
Careful, get out of there.
Oh, yeah. Where's the hot plate?
No, it's not up yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the mage is down.
I was distracting the troll over here.
Again, no hot plate? Oh.
No hot plate.
Time for a light show. Wind, hear me.
Yay, thanks for the heal.
Retribution.
Hot plate.
Oh, it's right on top of
Oh, that works for me. It's like we planned it. Alright. So you see each domain has its own set of bosses, and it's always the same. The ones that are a little rough and different that change every week is the Abyss, which I'm gonna do for you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's stream, so you guys can see the quote end game of this game. It's not my favorite, but we will do some of it.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
But you have a chance of getting a ton of primo gems out of doing it and doing it in time. The better you do on your timers, the more primos you have a chance to get, along with other items that you need, like Mora and leveling books. Boing, boing, boing. I didn't eat dinner tonight. I just realized. I gotta do that later.
That's important.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little hungry now. You know, a little parched.
Yay, heals.
It's amazing the things that happen when you're just worried about what your son needs. Oh yeah, I didn't eat. Is your mom still in here?
No, she snuck out to go hang out with my dad.
Aww.
Gonna go give him a hard time, probably.
Oh, I thought they were gonna snuggle. She's like, no, she's gonna beat him up.
Gonna snuggle and probably
Make fun of each other. That's cool. That's a good marriage right there. That's real love. You already killed the mage. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
I was distracting the troll. Oh, hot plate, hot plate, hot plate. Yeah. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. Hey, no dying. What have we told you? See, and Yoimiya is really cool because she's like all about fireworks. So everything she does has like explosions. It's really cool.
I still think that's a peg leg.
It's not though.
It's a peg leg. Yeah, it's cooler with it being a peg leg.
He thought it was a peg leg when he got her, so he's super excited, and it's not a peg leg. It's just a like arm brace,
See,
leg brace.
her right leg is skinnier than her left leg. It's a peg leg.
It's a peg leg. Okay, great.
And that was my last one.
Okay.
Okay.
Aim your bow, Aura.
Oh,
to
that
left.
went out.
It's okay. I don't have Yoimiya, so
Are you outside?
I wanna.
Okay.
I'm about to
Okay.
be.
Want me to
You can
aim?
show me. Yeah.
Let me
And
see.
I'll show you guys the characters in a minute, but the other
I'll
ones
be
I
fine,
have.
But we don't want you catching a cold.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
This way. You see it?
Isn't that cool? And each character has their own unique, like, bow animation, so. Awesome! Anything
Yeah,
else?
when she fires, if the thing she's shooting at is slow, it follows her. It's an aim shot.
Oh, okay.
It homes in on it, yeah.
We're
I
gonna
didn't know
get
that
somewhere
until
where
recently.
we won't freeze our asses off. And then
Okay.
I'll show you the bowers real quick. Do you need anything else, Lunas?
Nope.
Okay.
Ow.
So here's another bower. Let's see who I have.
Osme-
Goru. Goru is a buffer. That's the kind of character he is. He buffs Geo. Oh my god. Zhongli's are echoing. Okay, we gotta switch him out. Okay, so let's get Goru, and I'll show you Goru. So he's adorable. I love him. I just wish I could use him more. He is the Geo bower. And he's the buffer, so his stuff consists of buffing the group. So like anybody in this, if
mainly
it's
Geo.
yeah.
He buffs Geo and
well,
defensive
at a
players.
certain point though, he can buff any
Oh,
a
really?
little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. So you see
Okay.
how the paw is above his head? That shows how much buff he has. So right now there's only two Geo in the group. So there was 2 paw prints. And then when you get to 3, it's an extra buff even
Yeah,
more.
Switch.
And then when you Q, which let me see if I can get him to Q. Let's go do some aiming. So you can see that. You see how he has different wings on too. I like to try and match them to the character they have. But they don't match perfectly. And you only get so many options with wings. So and the fun thing about them is they shoot really far. There are people that will take it's actually an achievement, you taking the portal that is where it lands or something
Yeah,
like
and
that. Try to
they
beat
shoot
it.
and portal to the where the shot's gonna be. If it
Oh,
lands
here.
close to you, or you hit a monster, it gives you
Oh,
achievement.
Fenris is over here killing pigeons. Look. I don't have that one, so that's a good one. So this is the Animo Archon. And that's Venti, and you'll meet Venti later. And that one's a really fun one.
Overkill.
Yeah, because he does all the air stuff.
Yeah, the Animo usually sucks everything into it.
Yeah.
And there's 2 good characters that do that, which is him, Venti, and
Ooh,
Kazuha.
chicken.
Which is Everybody's waiting for him.
Oh, Kaza. I'm waiting for him. I'm saving up for him right now. That's what all those Trimos in there you saw are for. Okay, let me see if I can shoot something. So that I can get some Q off.
Follow my lead.
Knowing Fenris, her whole area is cleared out. She's cleared all the monsters. Might have to port somewhere. Where's a monster?
Follow me.
Let's try. Oh, let's follow her. Okay.
Oh, that teleport works too. Do that one.
Is there some here?
Yeah.
Oh, there's some. Okay. So, get some particles. Maybe. Gosh, I'm aiming horribly. Okay, so it's up. So now, wherever I go, the buff goes, which is really cool. And that's what his ability is. See,
Oh, and he sucks
and
up
see
all
there's
the gems.
3 Geos in the group now, including him. So, yeah, and what is it? He sucks up all of the particles.
Yeah, if there's a shield particle around, let me see. Yeah, right now, and then your character
See how
sucks
it's
it up,
sucking it up? It's really cool.
and he gets a shield automatically.
Yeah, yeah. So you don't have to like go to the shields. You give the other people shields automatically. It's really cool. Yeah. And then, and you get the most out of your bow by holding and aiming and shooting. Because if you don't do that, you won't hit as hard. It's just like a tap, 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 tap.
They switched Ito a bit. You can't aim up anymore with his cow.
Oh yeah? You can't
It's
throw
so
his
weird.
cow?
Yeah, I guess you only do it if you're leveled and then you're throwing off a cliff. You can't aim it high up as before.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a nerf. I don't like it.
Hahaha! Venti. Oh, one more. He's hiding over here.
See right there, you see that gem? If you use
Oh, see, and that gives you a shield. See these little gem on the ground? And I go boop!
Yeah, but
if I had Goru's thing down, it sucks it in.
It sucks it in.
Okay. Alright, let's try a different area and a different bower so you guys can see. That one. Let's do... Who else do I have that bows? Oh, you can do... Diona is a good one. That's the ice bower. Where is she? The Yuki cat. There she is. Alright. A little kid. We'll
There's
follow...
also Amber, but we don't talk about Amber.
I'll bring out Amber. She's my only fire. You have Yoimiya, but she's my only fire one. And you're gonna need bowers to do certain things. For example, like, the puzzle might need you to hit this target, but you can't hit the targets fast enough unless you use a bower to shoot them. So that happens sometimes too. I'm gonna head down here and see if I can find a couple mobs to kind of shoot with her. She is a shielder, and a healer, which is unique to her because I think she's the only healer of the bowers because there are only so many people with a bow. So we're just gonna... She doesn't have to hit anything really. So hers is ice, right? And she's actually a little bartender, which is really cute to her story. And then E is her shield. And she puts a kitty bubble on her party if you have the constellation. If not, you only put it on the people you have. But that I think is cool. So, see? Because I have the constellation, I shield the whole party, even if it's not me. So, yeah. So.
And she's very good for elemental mastery teams because her C6 gives 200 elemental mastery. If you're above 50%. Yeah, so.
And that is Zhao. I do not have Zhao. That's a good one to show off. He does this really cool thing where while he's in the air, he can sprint forward. I don't know. Oh, yeah, like that. But in the air. And it's really cool. So he'll be like floating across the sky. Maybe I can get a shot of it.
Just tell
Okay.
me when.
Go ahead. And he shoots forward, and it doesn't... Yeah, it's really cool. He's a really fun, and he has a really, like, dark backstory, so that's a really good one to get into. Let's see. Who else? Characters...
Do you have Kurosara?
Oh, yeah. Do you have her?
Kudosara. Oh!
The
Bower, electric bower. Okay, I have 2 electric bowers.
Pepper.
This is Kudosara. Oh, let me get her, actually get her out instead of just... Here. So there's Kudosara and then there's Fischl, and they're both bowers. Kudosara has this really cool wing effect.
Yeah, and she buffs your
She's
attack.
all about, like, raven wings. And I don't play her a lot, so yeah, so tell me about her, alright.
Yeah, she's like Bennett. You know, Bennett heals, but he also he gives you an attack buff, and so does Kurosara. When you use her, I think it's her E, her burst.
Yeah.
She gives
Her
you
burst does it too.
Yeah, her burst does it too. Yeah, she gives you a good I don't know if it's 10 or 20-second attack
And I
bonus.
electrified the water.
So if you don't need a healer and you want an attack buffer, then yeah, you can put her on her team and she
Oh,
can
well
give
that's
you
good to
lots of
know. I
attack.
haven't played enough with her yet to know that.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of constellations on her. That's why I don't use her that much.
I really like her raven wing effect that she does in her idol. I don't know if it'll happen.
On her
Cool.
idol?
In her idol.
Oh yeah, when idol thing, yeah.
Her wings come up in the back, I think. That's
And
how
her
that
E,
works.
she puts like a mine on the floor. If you leave the E pressed, I think, and if the mobs walk over, it explodes.
Oh, it
gives you,
explodes.
like,
There
a
it
buff.
is. It's so cool. I love that. Yeah, and it... Zoop, zoop.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Oh, rude. Called me a slacker. Okay. And then I'll show you Fischl. Fischl's is kind of like the pet thing where she puts out a bird and the bird does damage as well. But she's really... I've had a hard time aiming her because you have to like aim her with her Q. So I do
A lot
this.
of people like her. I don't like her that much, but she is
And
one of the most constant ones that puts.
So it does
electricity
constant
to the mobs.
damage while you're fighting the bird, right? But then when you get to the Q, let me see if I can get her Q up.
You gotta hit monsters, so you gotta fight
Yeah.
mobs.
Oh, these are the little butterfly things that give you the crystals that I was telling you need for the
Potions.
Yeah. So here's an electric thing.
Oh, those are the.
And that
for
gives
the
you those
resting.
too. And there's the mining nodes. They're really... You can get those with people with swords. Oh, here we go. So we're fighting, and my bird's out, and it's doing damage. And then I'm gonna try and get my Q up. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so... See, and now... You aim it, and I haven't figured out how to aim it. Like, you aim yourself through stuff, I guess? But it just
says
goes
go to
the...
left. Go
But
2
yeah,
seconds or something, yeah.
It's not that
I think
easy.
I think when it ends, he's still buffed and he shoots. He still does damage.
Okay, but
But
people that have mastered it do a ton of damage with that. So.
Yeah. Because her constellations are very good.
what
Once you
else.
get her to C6, she's very.
But
she
I think
does a huge buff.
that's pretty wide a range of things. I feel like you should play the game if you want to find out all of the different characters. And we're gonna play some more Genshin tomorrow night, and I'll be doing the like quote end game, which is the Spiral Abyss. And I think I'm gonna do a couple other bosses like Storm Terror, so you can see the big Storm Terror boss, because that's probably one of the most epic boss fights.
Yeah,
that's the first one you're gonna get, yeah. And I also might do a little bit of storyline on my other account, so that you can see the storyline, because I've done everything in this one. Alright. Thank you so much for watching this stream. Make sure you give it a follow if you like the content. Obviously, I usually do rating stuff, but if you're into Genshin and you really like it, let me know, and I can do some more Genshin, because we play a lot, even if we're just goofing off and having a good time. Okay, say goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Till next time.
He said disappear. That was perfect.